Meet Ninḥursaġ, the mother of humanity. Now, Ninḥursaġ, also known as Ninmach, Nintrud, and Belit Ili, was the Mesopotamian goddess of birth, fertility, and creation. She was worshipped all throughout Mesopotamia, but seemed to have a prominent cult centre in the city-state of Kesh. Now, Kesh, not to be confused with Kish, is the subject of what's known as the Kesh Temple hymn, which is said to be the oldest extant religious text ever discovered. So the Kesh Temple hymn is essentially describing the building of 8 different houses, or temples, for the goddess Ninḥursaġ. And it dates to around 2600 BCE. The goddess often appears alongside the god Enki for the creation of humanity. In one myth, Enki and Ninmach, they essentially band together to create humanity to take the toil away from the minor gods from fashioning the land. To celebrate their creation of man, they of course have to get drunk, and they end up having some sort of divine creation contest essentially. So Ninḥursaġ starts us off by basically saying, I can create any fate I want, good or bad, it depends on what I want. Then Enki replies to the effect of, I will counterbalance whatever fate you give, good or bad. So then Ninḥursaġ starts to create some human beings who have some sort of ailment or some sort of deviation from the norm. So for example, she creates a man who basically can't see, so Enki counterbalances that by making him a musician. Interestingly, she creates a being who has no sexual organs, so then Enki makes them a eunuch for the king. Interestingly, in the myth Inanna's descent to the netherworld, we see Enki create these two beings to send down to the netherworld to retrieve Inanna and revive her. I think this particular myth is probably the Mesopotamian scribes' way of explaining how people are different, but even though they are different, they still have a place in society, which is quite beautiful actually. However, it also makes it out that anytime there is a human being that is presented to us with a type of ailment, or who deviates from the norm per se, whatever the norm is, that it was the gods who were very drunk, which is the reason for that. So, however you want to look at it. So that was Ninḥursaġ, the Mesopotamian mother goddess and creator of humanity. Let me know who else you want me to talk about, and I will catch you in the next video.